Dad kind of took what I was going to say there, but no, our families are close, have been, and they're special people to us. I put together something here that I think was just some things about Steve and what I think about him and what a lot of you probably do as well. When I think about Steve, the first thing that comes to heart is this. He was a man who believed in God, who knew deep down that there was a creator who gave us life. Steve lived that, Steve lived that belief not in just his words, but in the way he carried himself with kindness, humility, and a heart of gold. Steve's life was all about family, from his mother and father to his grandparents who passed down wisdom, to his three sisters, to his beloved children and grandchildren. Family was his foundation. And at the very center of it all was his wife, the love of his life. You could see it in the way that they did everything together, whether it was watching their favorite shows, remodeling a house side by side, or just enjoying the time spent in each other's company. He adored her, and their love was something special to witness. As the only boy among three sisters, Steve faced heartache early in life with the sudden loss of a sister. But even in the face of tragedy, he never showed bitterness. Instead, he carried himself with resilience, always choosing love and laughter over anger. That's who Steve was. Steve's personality was unique. He was a hardworking man with an incredible attention to detail. As a craftsman, especially in woodworking and construction, he poured his heart into every project. If his customer wasn't happy, then neither was he. He took pride in everything he did. He often joked about bumping his head, maybe because that hair he claimed he didn't have enough of, but he never let setbacks keep him down. Sorry. Steve was shy and soft-spoken at times, but he wasn't afraid to speak up when it mattered. And oh, how funny he was. He had a smile on his face most of the time. He's always cutting up and always laughing, making sure that the people around him felt joy. His knowledge about just about everything was incredible. He seemed to know a little bit about everything under the sun. Steve loved the outdoors. He didn't care much for sunburns or freezing cold, but he sure loved fishing, riding his motorcycle, and actually he did ride a bicycle at one time, and listening to good old rock and roll. And above all, he loved spending time with his kids. Building those special father-son it's time. Thank you. Building those special father-son and father-daughter bonds that they will carry with them forever. One thing about Steve that always stood out to me was how much he loved life. He was open and outspoken about it. He didn't want to leave this world because he enjoyed it so much. He disliked pain, sure, but he endured more than his fair share of it. And through it all, he kept smiling. He kept working. He kept loving and he kept laughing. This is the hardest part.
Yes, it is.
For me, Steve wasn't just a friend. He was the best friend. But I was blessed to share a close relationship with him, and I cherish every moment. Oh, God. I will cherish every moment I have, memory I have of him until the day comes when I leave this world myself. Steve's legacy is not in the things that he built with his hands, though there are many. His true legacy is in the love that he gave to his wife, to his children, his grandchildren, to his parents, his sisters, and his friends. His legacy is the laughter he shared, the wisdom that he passed down, and the faith that he carried in his heart. And today we grieve, but we also celebrate. Because Steve has gone on to be with God where there is no pain, no more tears, and no more sorrows. He would want us to be happy. And while we'll miss him deeply, we know this is not the end, only a see you later. Just a little poem here, and I'll be done with it. Poem for Steve is a craftsman's hands, a golden heart, a faithful soul from the very start. Through laughter shared and work well done, he shone his light like the morning sun. He loved his wife, his truest friend, a bond of love that will never end. With children, grandkids, family near, he gave his all year after year. Though shy at times, he found his voice to stand for truth, to make his choice. And oh, the joy he spread around with every smile, with every sound. He fished the streams, he rode the roads, he carried life's heaviest loads. He hated pain, but he endured. With strength and faith, his soul secured. Now God has called his servant home, no more to suffer, no more to roam. We'll miss him here, yet still we know it's see you later, not goodbye, as we go. For heaven holds the ones we love, reunited in God above. So we'll cherish Steve until that day, and when we join him and forever stay. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Jerren and Jerry. I couldn't have said it better myself, and as you both said, I find great solace in the fact that everywhere I look in this town, every building I go into, I see him over there doing some texture or replacing a light bulb or fixing this and the trim, everything. He's everywhere. His energy is all around us. That'll be the hardest part in the coming weeks, is every place we go, he's there. But that's also beautiful. I'd like to thank everyone for coming out today and really coming to support him. It means a lot to him. If there's anything anyone else would like to say, you're more than welcome. Thank you very much.